And with the rising temperatures all across the U.S. and right here in the 2 Virginia, the question arises about what do you do if you find yourself facing those temperatures when you're working or playing. Our Clayton McChesney talks with a local emergency room physician who says this time of year they often see a lot of heat-related injuries in the ER.
With decades of experience working in the emergency room at WVU Medicine Princeton Community Hospital, Dr. Byron Smith says he sees firsthand the effects of too much time in hot weather. And although uncommon, he says it could even result in death if the warning signs of heat-related illness are ignored. Luckily, he says staying safe in the heat just takes a little common sense.
The warm weather brings out the best in all of us, but also we overlook some of the basic things that we do to survive. And basically, if you're working outside, just remember to listen to your body.
Dr. Smith says if it's hot, you need to hydrate and take frequent breaks, about every hour, or more frequently if you're older. He says to look for warning signs that it's time to get out of the sun. Extreme fatigue, a lack of sweat even in the heat, dizziness or blurred vision, and headache, nausea, and vomiting. The first aid in these situations involves taking some time out of the sun and drinking some water. But things could take a turn for the worse if you ignore these signs.
Once you get to the heat stroke level, they've already went through these warning signs, and those people are very sick. We commonly see that in the elderly or people who have trouble with regulating their metabolic processes in their body, like diabetes. We have a lot of diabetes here.
You can tell it's time for a trip to the ER if the person is experiencing any confusion, a heart rate greater than 100 for more than 1 hour, and the feeling of being about to vomit. However, Dr. Smith says if you take preventative measures, you're unlikely to get to the point where a hospital visit is required. Here for you in Princeton, I'm Clayton McChesney, WVVA News.
Thank you for that very useful information, Clayton. And Dr. Smith is encouraging parents to go ahead and let your children play outside, but make sure that they have sunscreen and water before they do so. And while sports drinks may help quench the thirst, make sure they're drinking at least 2 waters for every 1 sports drink. And he also recommends just avoid the soda.